So hello everyone, Myrmonden here, and welcome to my first question of Darling in the Franxx. It's time for Trigger to save me again, right? I was a huge fan of Little Academia last year. I loved the reviews of that, loved the version of the anime. The anime was so fantastic. I really love Akko, right? And the anime, but Akko especially. Really basic heart. Anyway, I really like that anime, so let's go. Let's go at it. I am so excited. Let's get to Darling in the Franxx. So 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay. I want to say this thing. I want to say this thing. We waited for it for so long. Okay, no one has a bird that shakes wings. It's kind of weird. Horns. What? Ting? It's more like an onion though. I'm assuming it's gonna be the best. I'm assuming it's gonna be the great anime. I'm just saying. I mean, it's, yeah, like Little Witch was easily the best anime that season, last year. Except maybe Konosuba, but as a drama, just I'll say so easily. Code 000, okay. This gives me a Eureka 7 vibes. Definitely. Yeah, that's cheaper, yeah. But I don't know, yeah. Media clothing is definitely Eureka 7 fit too as well, so. Plantation Church. And every wrong issue in life, I hate taste myself. Yeah, it's almost my issue too. Like, I can just taste better. Yeah, trigger. I guess they have to use the whatever mechas they have together, right? Given this context here, so you can only fly through 2 of us. Some bird flying into the. I would say glass. It's like a. But yeah. Says the horn there, yeah. I'm excited to see what the anime's gonna be. I mean, I love all the animes. Kill is they're amazing. Yeah, it's horn and fangs. I mean, here in the Ichigo, you have to think about Blaze, right? Always, yeah. It cannot be not see Blaze you had in the Ichigo. It's definitely the design, though. I mean, yeah, the face, the mask, it's. What's that a random thing? What? was gonna say that definitely, yeah. This reminds me of episode 2 in Kill la Kill, when she travels on that the commute to school and see the two dogs like doing it on the side there. It's like, why? It's like, yeah, because happens. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is trigger. What? Yeah, this is definitely a trigger. It is a trademark. Okay. I like an old man is like half the robot face, half the, he's the only guy cautious and weird stuff right there. There was one eye, but there's a one good eye. Should never look down on these. Oh, she was a bat. Yeah, she wanted to go and swim in the lake, right? Of course. I like how he grabs the important stuff there. He's like, "Oh, what's this thing?" Yeah. Nice. And now it's like, what am I holding? They're obviously gonna team up. They're obviously gonna be some kind of symbiotic team here. Nice. Reminds me of yeah, Die Buster, yeah, episode. I like how that was so nice when they went to did that like the movie thing, right? Did the kind of 60-bit flat thing, yeah, when they go closer in there. Well, that's really nice there. Nice detail, yeah, like made it feel more like, ooh, it's happening now, yeah. Yeah, it's probably not actually a soap opera. It's probably it's called freshwater. He was staring so hard, yeah. That's because they're drowning, yeah. I never get why the character asked for this thing. Can you please put your clothes on? yes, that's it. yes, they're holding her panties. Yeah. Why did they grab those two? He was like, ooh, this thing. That's the thing I grabbed it first. I like her a lot. Yeah. I guess if you switch to whatever bio mecha they have probably or something. Yeah, I was like. Yeah, I'll give it that too. Give it a new partner, who cares? Quite aggressive female, yeah. Oh yeah, she does tasty people. You taste good. Yes, every breakfast. See, as always, Trigger can really do awesome female characters. See, they're just awesome, man. We all know she's gonna be one of the best female characters this year. He's not the best, as always, Trigger. Yeah, don't bother with this woman. See my body? I only one arm left. Like, she's not worth it. Finally, tell us a name. Best girl is here name. Come on. Okay, 002. Best girl 2018. Yeah, 02. Okay, 02 best girl is here. Okay, yeah. I stand by that. I said it now. Week 2 of Anime 2018. Best girl is here. 02. Okay, here we go. This is huge, apparently. Apparently, this is really huge. Felt like they were living like 10 people at this place. It's a kind of space place, but no, apparently it's a gigantic. Look religious almost, yeah. There's a monkey, right? Yeah, that would be okay. That would be one generation made in Finland to apparently handle it. Nice. Yeah, they all have the weird drink together, right? And they're like serving. I guess somebody they're teaming up or whatever. They're his partner, I guess. Yeah, I want to see the stuff in. Like, why do it have to be 2 people and one game reaches or why is that like important to make it work? He's like, I could have got a real man. Yeah, that could fly, you know, yeah. I like all the mason with the purple lighting and the white thing. A different kind of color scheme depending on gender and so on, yeah. Nice detail. I guess they pick some people at orphanage or something. They pick like orphanage kids and make them become some kind of war machines, right? Yeah. It's like if you fail, it's like whatever, they just throw you out. And I was like, close the store, left is over. Yeah, felt like she went to jail more than. Klaxaurus? I'm guessing some kind of monster. Klaxaurus? I mean, so yeah, dinosaur, yeah, reptile, yeah. Probably, yeah, the reptile, yeah. The dinosaur ending, so yeah. Okay, we can consider action here. So it actually looks. It's obviously a team up with ZeroTwo, so he would go away, right? Okay, this is massive. I guess she's dead now. Yeah, especially with the rocks crushed it there. First I was like, probably. Okay, no, it's definitely over. It's like a whale first. I'm not really. Doesn't look like bio, more like mech. Yeah, or maybe it's like some kind of mix of living metal. Yeah, what is this? Clearly, like must be a little of like Zero Rise on the dawn. Yeah. For me, it looks like a mechanical whale that can walk. Or something, yeah, this small little. It's kind of see it. Here we go. That looks like a. Yeah, like a sawtooth. There's a kind of like saber-tasked mecha, right? Definitely fits a more word. Zero don't for me, yeah. She's probably the absolutely best fighter, right? Yeah, I think Best Girl's gonna be the absolutely amazing fighter. She's gonna take care of these things, no problem. Oh, nice! Yeah, nice. The tails. Oh, nice. Oh yeah. I like the design. Yeah, like it's shooting in power in his tail, right? Then you can shoot through a kind of tunnel through his body. That's really nice. It's just like where reflected is some. It's classic anime though. Like she lands on him, right? She lands on the main character, so he can be like saving her now and teaming up with him. Yeah, because that gets out now, so he gets back instead. Yeah, he's not. Yes, it's very anime though. This is how you do an anime story, right? You accidentally meet Cutie with your mecha in his face. Nah, no, he has to do it right. Because the other guy is toast, so yeah. Yeah, do all the meat bags, alright. Whatever, they don't do anything of it. If the other kids should jump in, don't have them. Obviously, it's gonna return the machine now, right? I mean, it's like the most obvious story part ever, but yeah. She clearly said her best girl featured that way there. What a surprise! The main character accidentally yarns with the main female character right there in her mecha that landed him. Who could have seen this happening? Who could have seen this storyline happen? That was nice. Stealing his tear there. That was nice. Yeah, and the team up's gonna be. Ooh, she goes for a okay. No, they're really silly deal. Yeah, you're my darling now. Let's join in together. That's why you need two people, because you need to have a darling. You need to have like some kind of love relationship. So you need some kind of romance going for you inside the mecha to make it work. I was wondering, it's like, is that it? It's like, you can't pilot alone. You need to have a man with you there. I guess he is getting new powers now from him knowing it, like his other personality or powers affecting someone, right? Here we go. Yeah, negative, positive. You have to combine your hearts, and you have to fuse. Yeah, you have to fuse a man and a woman to get the perfect mecha. It has to be real love or something. Yeah, it's like the better love, the better, right? It's like this guy gets some real emotions. No, we go. He really loves the female pilot. Then that was better. That was nice. That's not feeling there. Huh. Blue blood. Blue anything, yeah. What I'm guessing is that the more they like each other, the stronger they are, right? Something like that. It's like a man and a woman, and the better the love is, that the willpower, the better the Franxx is, probably, like the darling power. No, it's gonna be. Yeah, it's like her kissing me made my heart race. Doki Doki is like Doki Doki power. She dumps it to her, whatever, it's done. Yeah, of course, it's not an actual human, right? Of course, it's not hybrid, obviously. But she carries that kind of mecha though, the enemies. So you can imagine that she's like a half human, half that mecha they just fought. How would that get in? So I was saying, how would that work out? How would that work out? That sounds crazy. That sounds a little less possible though, but okay, okay. Let's do the first impression. Turn off timer there. Bam, there we go, okay. First impression, Darling in the Franxx. So, I mean, I could have loved it. They have to love it, figure though, but no, but it was awesome. I'm guessing instead of having like a taken to Bengal gun, where it's like your willpower, the more you believe in yourself or something, you read better. Here it's like the more you love me, you'd read better. I guess so, right? Because the whole premise is like, oh, we have to have mechas, and they can only be controlled if you have a man and a woman, and they have to like do it or something inside the machine to actually make the machine power. So is it based on either? I don't think it's going to be based on their like urge, so to speak, more of the actual emotion of love, more than actually probably. Anyway, Like the guy before her was like, whatever, it's a meat bag to me. I kissed him, got his physical strength, and then he fought. Where of course Hero, the main character, he's like actually likes her, even though she's a kind of hybrid monster. He doesn't care, and that's gonna give their relationship a better strength, right, and so on. So, but that was awesome. But right away, it's hard not to love the female characters you write in Zero Trigger. I like the fish thing, and all the jokes, but yeah, everything's just nice with them. They always write really interesting female characters. So, of course, kind of the loose cannon character, doesn't listen to rules, like Akko, like all of them. They also have, it's like a red line with all the main characters, right? And people also have a female main character, or usually, and many of them, and they really have a red line. Let me see here with her and Akko. They both like, oh, the rules? Okay, with the rules, I want to go and swim now. Yeah, like that kind of typical thing. Kind of maverick. They also have that going for them. Also very tomboyish girl pose in that sense. And also when it comes to her, her body, right? It's like, oh, she's naked. Okay, well, look like what else. Or you're asking me? I don't care. It's fun. Yeah, the whole thing, right? And her weird sensation of like, oh, I have to taste people. The better they taste, the better I like them. It's like, oh yeah, that's kind of normal. But and so on. Interesting anime, absolutely. So far, the one thing though, I guess it's a kind of experiment or something. But it's one thing though, a little bit with her, because you said it in the end here, and it's kind of the classic. And we have to say that though. I mean, it's the very, very classic cliche though, where the main character, or usually the main character, has some kind of like, oh, she has the demon blood inside of her, even though she's a good character, yeah, like that kind of thing. And see her, it's like, oh, she has this, like the Clausurus, the mechanical dinosaur thing, she has their blood in her. She's kind of like hybrid human Clausurus. You think like, how? That's probably by experimentation, right? I would assume so. Maybe they have more human shapes. Some of those characters, stronger ones. That's possible too. The stronger ones might be like humans, or like mechanical humans, something like that. Yeah, I suppose. Because otherwise, we have, let's say, the sky or something. Oh, the main character is half demon, or like, oh yeah, like because demons have like a human shape with horns or something. But here, the enemy has a kind of like a gigantic whale walking on land with mecha legs. Like, how would that thing have a shot with a human, right? That's kind of that. So either they have smaller forms, where they actually are like sentient and intelligent and all that going for them, which actually, the more I think about it, is probably going to happen. Yeah, the more I think about it, her mother or father, one of her, whatever, yeah, is probably like one of these things, it's like a kind of cyborg dinosaur thing, but actually probably in a human shape, right? I mean, humanoid shape, like a size thing, and had some forbidden love with her mom or something, or dad, whatever, and that's how she was born. That actually is quite likable, or you want to think about it? Yeah, which I wouldn't mind. Actually, I think I would mind it. I think I would like it more than this doctor and other guys being like, oh, we got some blood or fuel for this kind of weird mecha things, and we took it into a child and we gave her some weird powers. Like, yeah, I think I prefer it more if she's some kind of like bastard love child, right, between like an intelligent, smaller version of these human enemies and a human. I think that would be better. And that's probably what I would assume it's gonna be like, because I feel that them fighting these gigantic mecha things is gonna be a big part of the storyline. But in typical like Trigger Way and so on, they're also probably gonna have some more smaller, more like intelligent, and like how I say it, like a piercing power, more than instead of these gigantic brutish arms that swings and cuts the planet. Later on, you will find something that's tiny as a human, and that can destroy the universe with like its finger, right? Because it's better to have like a focused power attack. So I think that's probably how I actually would go into anyway. Yeah, I would think so. Not just having these gigantic mecha monsters, also gonna be like small human mecha monsters, right? With better powers. That just seems to be more interesting. I think that's gonna happen as with the other animes and so on. I think it goes back and forth between big and small, yeah. And of course, eventually, it probably goes back again. Probably has like bigger monsters in the beginning into smaller intelligent monsters, right, with a lot of powers. Then it probably combines into something gigantic that's like as big as a planet monster as an end boss, right? That's probably how it's gonna go. Yeah, I think I know what you're going for. That's probably how it's gonna go. So it's like big really small and then ridiculously big. Yeah, and that's probably the order they're gonna go in it. And while they're fighting the smaller ones, they're gonna explain her childhood or her how she got born or something. They will explain her where she's coming from, right? Probably like that. But I liked it. It's really interesting. And of course, as always, it's great animation, color schemes, all of that was great. No really problem there, right? It's good details. I liked, for example, all the boys had one color on their uniforms, the other color, stuff like that. A lot of different weird things. Also, the whole ceremony, and noted the guy that was the leader of it was a hologram, right? So he's kind of there. Was definitely there, right? That was nice too. Seeing different kind of color sheet they had on the college day or so on. It was pretty big. Yeah, all of that was good. But as expected from Trigger. There was something problem there. I'm also talking about, yeah. So let's talk about the whole parasite thing though. Is it interesting? I would guess that they take, so somewhere this in the future, humans are terraforming planets, fighting aliens, right? And I guess they're taking some kind of orphans to how I mean, we didn't know all the information, but they kind of are classes like hero and other people, other kids. I guess they'll probably take some random kids that they find, right, with some either with some power, personal power, or generally makes them into that. But basically take some orphans from different dwarfs and so on, maybe just take them from the families and force them to grow up in some weird, like, desolate planet and train them to fight with mechas, right? So you can use them as a weapon against the aliens, yeah, probably something like that, and how they, yeah. So, I guess I'm guessing no matter how really it works, it's more probably will be explained sooner or later. But the general premise of it, I suppose, is that all these kids, Hero and Naomi, that very likely die there on the rock fall down there, and the other ones, I guess they're all probably grown up together, right? They're all like I was his best friends, but I say he's like only friends probably. Yeah, that's what only friends. Very likely. I think that's fair to assume that they all probably lived on this planet or moon or whatever it is, asteroid and so on, and been there for 15 years or whatever, right? At some kind of weird orphanage. They train them to use mechas and something. But I like the whole thing to ceremony. Like we saw all of them having said cute, like shared ring, right? Like kind of bandage there. So. I liked it because it doesn't feel like they love each other, the other characters, like their partnership, but they do have this kind of weird wedding thing. They're pretty much getting wed, and then after they have it's like a war ceremony, but they also kind of wed them to be together forever, right? In these kind of mechas. So interesting, kind of that thing too. That it's kind of like, yeah, no, we are married to. We're gonna go to 5 million mechas. But of course, she is way too powerful. She goes through her partners way too quickly. And probably never got married, right? It's kind of experimental special case. But the other ones, for sure, they have some kind of marriage, some kind of mecha marriage with each other. So that's probably going to be interesting storyline as well, like seeing how that's going to go forward. You saw mainly with Ichigo and her partner, they had some dialogue and so on this episode. He's probably kind of the leader of the kids, right? But we probably see more of that as well. Maybe they're going to fight, maybe they can mix up. And I can see it too, because it was kind of, like a partner thing, right? You see him kissing, like him getting a kiss, and then they can like fuse together and so on. So I could see it too. It could be something like that as well, where maybe Hero kisses Ichigo, and then they can fuse something, right? I can see it being some kind of relationship drama too, where like the other teenagers they can unite with someone else. So like, you took my husband, and so I can see it happening as well, yeah, or someone doing maybe more of them, but I can see more of that happening as well. So it could be some drama and tension between that. Maybe probably someone's gonna hate their husband or wife, right? It's like they're used like married because they had the best powers together, but they actually dislike each other as persons. So they have like good physical strength over there, but they can't really use abilities because abilities are from your heart, love, or something. So I can see it being a lot of that thing. So an interesting premise as also trigger, also interesting at least. So anyway, obviously I'm gonna watch more of it. I really love this with Academia. So. That's a no-brainer anyway. Even I would say that. I will admit that. Even the episode sucked. If it was the worst episode ever, I would still watch like 10 more episodes probably. Even if it was a bad beginning, I would watch more probably. But it was pretty good. That being said, though, I would say I was like probably more intrigued into Wish Academia. I was like, Akko! Pretty much the first second, right? So, but still, really good. I think it was a good start. The only problem I would say primarily is that they kind of had this like weird future world that is set up with weird stuff and so on. And they started to explain to us some of it, but it also kind of had like a big mist of like whatever, yeah. So it's kind of like hard to grasp some part of it, and I think that might be an issue right now at least. That they kind of threw this big world at us and didn't really explain much of it. So we need to just kind of like, it's our world, but there are witches, and she's level 1 noob. Let's go, yeah. And it's kind of like you kind of learn the world from a perspective, right? Here's more like she knows the world. Here's the world, yeah. So it's a little in your face. In that sense, so that was one thing I would say. It's maybe too much weird stuff, but I guess it can be explained eventually, right? So just gotta take it. Anyway, see you guys and have a great day.